Hello, Tammy. This is the official start of the video. I edited out the rest. That was me getting here. So, this is where I started. This is, a Minecraft world I created using the world settings to make it entirely ocean. At least, that's how it is in theory. And because of that, I had to dig everything out from underwater and slowly dredge it up here to make anything. As you can see, this is my first mine, which I'll give you an idea of how hard this was to make. It takes for freaking ever to dig up dirt underwater. I had to do this manually for each different dirt block. And then, you know, build up like this. Build up, until I can make a big hole into the water. Right. So, this was my first mine, and I used this stuff called netherrack to light it up, because there were no trees back then, at the beginning of the world, or no way of getting trees, because it was all ocean, but there was, some ruins that spawned near underwater ruins, and they had netherrack, and I was able to set that on fire, and that's what I did without torches. I think I was able to find a flint and steel and a chest, which you don't know what any of that means, but I'm just saying that because it's what happened. And, yeah. That's the mine. It's very, very beautiful, isn't it? Okay, I just fell down. So, this was my very first base next to these underwater ruins here, which were naturally generating. Very beautiful. Made to look kind of like a castle. All I had back then, you know, was mostly dirt and cobblestone. This was my little fishing area where I would fish for fish. For food and sustenance. I'd also harvest a lot of that kelp there. And this is the top of my castle, my lookout. As I got more resources from my mine here, I began to make these long stone pathways to see if I could, you know, just go far enough and find anything interesting. And I did. Sometimes I would see shipwrecks in the water and stuff, and that's where I got my first wood. Okay, that's where I got my first wood, which was before I had a pickaxe to make any of this, but, after I got my first wood, I began making these bridges so I could find more wood. Okay? Because there were no trees, I had to steal it all from boats. This, is a sign here proclaiming that this is my Sea Road station. Because much later, when I was richer, I made this nice, convenient, automatic railway system. Oh, looks like my mother joined the game. Which is lagging it out immediately. Great. Minecart. Oh. Minecart is lagging, thank you. Okay. Hi. So yeah, it's going slower than normal because she has joined. And I guess it gives you some time to look at the scenery. I might cut some of this out. I made a little island there because that's where people first spawn, and I wanted to make it easy on my mother who joined the game, and so she didn't have to dredge everything up from scratch. And I put some resources over there on that island, and then she could just jump over here to the railway and ride, which is it's normally much faster, trust me. But, this is my first time recording, and this is a multiplayer server, so some lag is to be expected. Okay. Normally this is a much faster, smoother ride. Maybe having her come on was not a good idea. Maybe like after I'm done riding the rail. Please. Please. Alright, maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. Oh, here we're going. Okay, that's better. No. Okay. Yeah, it's not hard to lag out these rails, sadly, but otherwise they're, you know, pretty relaxing, fun. See all this big kelp? I'm able to harvest this kelp and make it into food and fuel. It's very, very convenient. I made this whole world just one big kelp forest ocean biome because I wanted to see how I could survive with just, you know, kelp and shipwrecks. and the occasional ruins. There really isn't anything else in this world except what I build, at least in theory. But we'll get to that. This is the first of my man-made islands. This was actually quite remarkable. When I found it, there was just one block of dirt with a single tree on it. And from that, I was able to get saplings and spread some grass from here and make this whole biome. Alright? All man-made. And this is a historical landmark now. The first tree, a historical landmark. I've claimed it as such. And that is to the first base. See, I label everything. So, by breaking the leaves, I was able to get more saplings, plant more trees, get more wood. And if you're wondering how I got this other type of tree, there was a wandering trader that spawned on my island after I made it, so I was able to buy some stuff from him with some of the emeralds I mined. And I was able to slowly collect more specimens of plant this way. I also found some specimens of plant and some shipwrecks. And I'm rebuilding the environment. This entire island I made with my own 2 hands. These 2 llamas I stole from the trader. Okay? This is my farm. With, again, various specimens of plants. This is my temple to the first red mushroom. I got this first mushroom by going through a portal to hell. Long story there. But, yeah. This is my first red mushroom portal, made in tribute to my favorite Minecraft YouTuber, Zoe, which is, you know, Mad Science Girl I told you about. And here, it says the real first mushroom, believe not the false god, because the red mushroom actually wasn't the first one. The first one I found was a brown one, but I couldn't get the brown one to grow. So, there was a power vacuum and the red mushroom took over. So, here we are. This is the top of my temple. This is my throne. From here, I can observe the horizon, the unclaimed horizon. This is my mother's house. It's not that great. And, but people come worship me up here and ask for things, for favors, etc., etc. And, because I own everything. I made it all. Yes. I wonder if I can... No! Okay, I missed that jump. Okay. So, alright. Here is my library. My great library with stained glass windows and an ambiguous design. And there are vines so you can climb up the walls. Although you can't get to the top of the roof anymore because I messed this up. But you can almost get to the top of the roof. Welcome. You can stay now. Alright. So, in here, I have some village facilities. This is the blacksmith level. I have a stone cutter here. I made this little furnace array, which I was way too proud of, because I have never learned how to use hoppers until this point, and you don't know how to use hoppers either, but this makes furnacing much more efficient, because I'm able to put everything I want in this chest, and it feeds through the furnace, and pops out here. It's quite good. I can put more items in there than usual. I have a nice thing to repair items here, called an anvil. And up here, up the spiral staircase, is my enchanting room. I put a bunch of candles here, magical floating candles, and I got some bookshelves, and these are the only 2 tulips in the world. These are the only 2 ones that I found. These are the only 2 that exist. And I don't think you can make more. I tried with bone meal, and it didn't work. It only got me dandelions. But I got these from a trader. Alright. Got a nice little alcove here with the chanting stuff. Probably a zombie conspiracy. I don't know what she's talking about. And up here is a hotel room. Oh, right. I should oh, shit. I wanted to show you the whole thing looked like a night. But it looks like sun is rising. No, it looks so beautiful at night. Okay, let's see if we can hurry up to the top of the treehouse so you can get a nice big view of my kingdom, and then I'll show you the inside the treehouse after the sun has risen. Alright, let's get up here. Alright. Behold, my kingdom. My kingdom that I built with my own 2 hands, with dirt dredged up from the bottom of the ocean. My artificial island, the last bastion of civilization in the whole world. Yes. Yes, bow to me. Okay. Yes. I have railways going in all directions except for the unknown horizon, which is why my throne faces it, because it's land, or rather water, left to conquer. Yes. Alright, now that the sun has risen, I'll show you inside of my treehouse. I have some snacks up here, and also, oh yes, my spy glass, so I can spy on people from up here. Haha, if I could find my mother here, I could see exactly what she was doing, but I don't know where she is. But anyway, here is a music disc called Cat. I have way too many of these because they're cheap as dirt. And let's put these in here. Replace Cat with Cat. Let's see, I actually don't have my volume. I do have my volume on, but I can't hear shit. Okay? Well, whatever. I don't care. It sounds nice. Believe it. It sounds nice. But my volume isn't working. Oh. Maybe you can hear it. Maybe I'm the one who can't hear it, but whatever. I'll just keep talking. I'll just keep talking to fill the empty void, and yeah, I could always put music in later if you want. Alright. So, I have a nice little desk area with a little stair chair, so I can stare. And, yeah, that's my tree house. I built this tree up really high, because I already got a really high tree, but I just made it bigger. This is my first house, which I made from clay bricks that I dredged up from the bottom of the ocean. I dredged up clay. I made lots of bricks. And here's my inside. Not the fanciest, but it's well organized. This is the food box. Really hope this is recording. Food. Lots of food. Oh, you know, seeds and stuff. And, you know, I have 3 basement levels because I have a lot of stuff to store in here. It's more of a storage shed these days because I could just live in my fancy library, but, you know, I sleep wherever. I own everything. So, this is my bamboo forest. And, oh yeah, there's my mother. Hello. Hello. Woo, this is the traditional greeting in Minecraftia. Yeah. This is the traditional greeting. I misspelled that, but who cares? She knows what it means. Alright, good job. Yep, that's my mine. I might as well show you the mine. I dug really far deep under the ocean, that's why you can see the water dripping up there, and I found a bunch of underwater caverns that didn't have any water in it, so that was quite convenient. A huge, ridiculous cavern system. It just goes on forever, and I'm dying of hunger. Okay, I didn't realize, but I have baked potatoes, so I'm fine. I really need to pay more attention to my own needs. Yeah. Ride the water elevator. And as you can see, these tunnels go on forever. Ha 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 ha, lots of breadcrumbs. I don't know what she means. But yeah. It's great. It's a great mine, but I won't spend too much time in here, because all it is a bunch of, you know, caverns full of monsters. Okay, see ya. Bunch of dark caverns full of monsters that you slowly have to clear out, and basically wherever there's darkness, if you put torches, the monsters won't respawn. So that's what you gotta do. To claim territory, you have to keep placing an ungodly amount of torches everywhere you go. Keep producing that coal, keep getting that wood, making torches, putting them everywhere. The whole island is lit up, so no monsters are gonna be spawning here. And the whole water is lit up with glowstone, because I think that might also help underwater hostiles from spawning. So, speaking of underwater, here is the beginnings of my glass tunnel for my underwater restaurant, which is under construction. Right now, it's basically just an aquarium. You can, like, watch the fishes, the kelp, the underwater ruins. But, you know, it's quite lovely. It's not anything fancy, but it's nice. Used my nice smelter to make a lot of glass out of sand, which I dredged up. Which always, you know, makes the environment look pretty, but I tried to fix it. So, I don't want to deplete what little land I have too much, but, you know. I tried to build, like, the edges of the island so it looks natural. But here it's a bit sheer. Because, you know, dirt and rock, dirt especially, is a bit of a hard commodity to come by in a water world, so... And, my mother kind of ruined this here. She kind of ruined the aesthetic. But there's a giant underwater cavern under there, which is connected to the mines. Sometimes you can accidentally get water in there. The good parts of my mother's house are the ones I put in. I put in this window. I gave her a bit more land there. She left a tree unmined. That's good. I tried to preserve her modern art while expanding the house. And I made this little cubby for her. I made a little candle. And the rest of the parts are her. So, you know, that speaks for itself. I have a beehive here. Sadly, I think my beehive is dead. But when it wasn't dead, the smoke that came out from under this little campfire here calmed them down so I could steal their honey and wax and make candles. Yeah. Well, as you can see, there's the campfire. And you put the rug on top of the campfire because you don't want to accidentally do that or have the bees do that and then die. So yeah, you don't want your bees to die, even though they have. It's very sad, but that's where I got lots of candles from. Bees are one of the only passive mobs I'm able to get on Ocean World because if you plant a tree next to a flower, there's a small chance you get a beehive. So that's how I got those. These are the only animals I got, okay? Besides fish. I put a bunch of fish in this pond. Alright. Lastly on my island, we have the very new, Victorian fishing shack. That's what I'm calling it. And here I have the only item frame in the world where I put a fish. It's the only item frame in the world because you need leather and there are no cows and it was hard to get that leather. So I have a bunch of fishing rods here and I can just fish at my leisure from my fishing shack on this pier I constructed. As you can see, I built all these stilts to make it look nice and realistic, and you can enjoy it even from underwater, like a little underwater obstacle course. With all the happy fish swimming in between. As you can see, I put a bunch of these things called glowstones in the water, which are like little lamps that light it up even at night, so I don't get any drowned zombies spawning. I think. Well, I think that they react to light levels. If their water level is light, then they stay away from the surface, but if it's dark, they rise up, so I'm trying to keep it internally day in there so that they don't come out. Alright. So, I bet you're dying to see what hell looks like, so I'm going to show you hell now. I'm going to show you hell, and gods, I hope this is fucking recording. I mean, it looks like it's recording, I think. Anyway. So, yeah, this is hell. I got distracted there, but this is hell. Welcome to hell. You wear some gold so that these pig things don't attack you. Because they love gold. They worship it. And this is where I get my glowstone from. Even though the rest of the world is covered in water, that does not apply to hell. So I was able to get some nice resources from here, in my water world. Including these trees, these fungus trees, which give me this lovely purple wood so I can make my Victorian house. Yep. Oh shit. These things always attack you, even if you're wearing gold. And I was not prepared for a fight. Let's go. Hell actually isn't that bad. Unless you go to the bad places in hell. But, otherwise, I mean, it's fun to hang out with these pig guys as long as you don't invade their strongholds or steal their stuff. Or kill their babies. These things tend to make them mad. And then they team up on you. But, shit. And you don't catch on fire. I mean, you know, you don't want to do that. And there's a guy. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Okay, I'm leaving. Don't bother with me. I'm leaving. Alright. That's hell. Also known as the Nether. I mean, that's what everyone calls it, but I thought it would be funny to call it hell. Anyway, so... Whew. Ah, shh. Okay. I gotta replant that because I accidentally broke that. Okay, sometimes I like... My mouse just does that automatically, I don't know why. But, here's another railway, and this leads to the Cursed Land. I call it the Cursed Land because I didn't want anyone to come there. I mean, the joke would be like, it's kind of like how the Vikings named an icy place Greenland, and they named the green place Iceland. But it turned out it actually was cursed, okay? Because, I died an embarrassing amount of times I've never been over there. But, you know, it's converted elves now, so it's less cursed. Less cursed than it was, although I still tried to make it look a bit creepy to live up to the name. Just to live up to the name. Oh yeah, she's on, so... The rails are doing better than last time. So... Kelp, 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 as far as you can see. You're in for a surprise. Or, I was when I came here. Because this whole world was supposed to be only ocean. But it turned out there was this whole big, dirt ball here. And so, yeah, there wasn't anything on the dirt ball except for a bunch of, you know, oak trees. And I planted these other saplings because I'm trying to terraform it and add more biomes now. But it's still technically an ocean biome, so it's basically just ocean that's above water and has some grass. But, sleep, please. I spelled that wrong on purpose, okay? Please sleep. If we sleep at the same time, then the night will pass and the monsters won't kill me. And I can show you the rest of the item in peace, please. But I don't know if she's listening to me. Yes, sleep. I think she's AFK. I think she's spaced out. I don't think she's actually playing. Okay, well, whatever. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna go exploring in the night. I didn't put any torches up here, which is great, because I wanted this island to be spooky. It's a reference to an old creepypasta, and, I have a bunch of trees spawned that leaves. It's supposed to be spoopy, but, you know, now this might bite me. The rest of the place is lit up, though, so it's a bit safer, as long as I get out of the cursed forest there. I made a bunch of paths to interesting locations. Those ruins are naturally spawning, because those are ocean ruins. They just happen to spawn above water, because this whole place is an ocean biome. So, yeah. I come to this path here, where I've lit everything up like crazy to try to keep the monsters from spawning. And I have some nice helpful signs, like this one, which says, leads to chasm and ruins. There's a chasm over there. There's a lot of chasms and ocean biomes, I've noticed. I planted, like, loads of trees. Here's my home away from home. It's my little pumpkin outpost, where I have my dear pet, who I haven't named, name pending. I named the llamas, but not him. That's the mining cave system. There's a mining cave system over there. And, here's my other house. Still no point sleeping except to reset spawn. I have a bunch of stuff over here. It's not the fanciest house, but, you know, it's just a place where I can stay while I mine resources from this vast dirt ball. And, up here, I made these paths specifically so I don't get lost. It's not just because they look nice, because I get lost very easily. So yeah, I just go down here, and there's loads of stuff to mine, because, you know, I got sick of just the one mine and of endless caves underneath my house, and found another mine of endless caves next to my house, but it's a different house. And it goes on and on and on. Yeah, it's not like there's a whole bunch of stuff, like, because, this is a purely ocean biome world, but that's what makes it fun to me, because I'm trying to collect as many plants as I can and terraform it. My plan is to remake, you know, Minecraft from very little. It's like, you know, when I was explaining Skyblock to you, but it's ocean. And according to my brother, it's easier, because it's ocean, and Skyblock is the hardest thing ever, according to him. Not me, but according to him. I didn't think it was that hard, but, you know, maybe if you consider falling to your death multiple times, but I just consider that a good time. I don't consider that hard. I consider that a good time. It's motivation. So, yeah, I literally, I dug right through the hill, because that makes it slightly faster to move. Anyway, moving on. I'll show you what a bad house looks like. I'll show you a bad house of mine. Just, you know, somewhere quick, because I was trying not to die at night. It's just, you know, a cobblestone box. Anyone can make a cobblestone box, unless you're my mother. And Little crafting table in there. It's really sad. Imagine hiding here the whole night. It's sad. So yeah. But I don't have to worry about that anymore. Because I have a nice house. Here's where I started to try to make a swamp. I'm trying to make a swamp over here because I got some mangrove trees. But they're not growing. I mean, part of that was because I was gone a while. But even I gave it like a stack of bone meal and it wouldn't grow. So I don't know if it did something wrong or not. But I'm just waiting for these to grow. And soon, someday this will be a beautiful swamp for my mother to get lost in because she hates them. So it's my duty to spread them everywhere. And that's basically all I have to show. I mean, I could show you my other railways, but they all just lead to, like, you know, a few other dirt balls. There really weren't supposed to be dirt balls, and I swear I played, like, most of the game without finding any. But I found these recently. So, it would have been easier. It would have been pretty easy if I spawned on one of these, but I had to work my way up from nothing in the ocean, and that's what counts. And this is just basically the bonus. The bonus after a long, hard years of work. So, I mean, it wasn't really a year. I, like, lost this world and found it again recently, and then I found this stuff, but, you know. I was so happy to find this world again, because I really liked the little island I made. It may not look the most impressive, but it took a long time to get that far. By my reckoning. So, I need to use the bathroom, so let's end this video. Let's end this video by jumping off the diving board. Geronimo! And I landed on a tree. That's the first time that ever happened because I think that tree just grew there. Well, that is a fitting ending. Alright. And see you later. Hot potato. That was my Minecraft world.